And welcome back to AM Northwest. Our next guest, very familiar face to longtime KATU viewers. He's about to end his 27-year run as anchor for KOIN TV, but he got to start right here on KATU. We worked together for years. I love this guy. Please welcome to AM Northwest, Jeff Gianola.
Thank you. I love you. This is like getting the band back together.
Band's
you
back
and
together.
Years ago, this studio is where the news desk was.
Yep.
And you and I have a lot of great memories, Steve.
Oh,
I always say, you know, I'm 40 plus years in broadcasting like you.
Look at that picture,
and
Jeff.
there we are. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, taking us back. You look
like
exactly
brothers,
the same.
news brothers back then.
Wow.
But I say 40 plus years, and I always tell folks the best years, and I've told you this, were when you and I were working those newscasts. We were professional, and yet
So most of the time.
we had a lot of fun.
Most of the time.
We had a lot of fun.
We did a lot of fun. Jeff and I did the 11 o'clock news together for many, many years. And it was one of those deals. At one point, our news director at that time said, I want you guys to do the news together. And he had Rob Marciano, some of you may remember him doing the weather, and a guy by the name of Ron Carlson doing sports.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if this is really going to work or not, but I'm going to throw all you guys on the 11. And sure enough, about a month later, he pulls us all in and he's looking at the ratings. He said, I don't know what you guys are doing, but keep doing it. And we were just kind of screwing around the whole time.
Remember what our secret was? That first segment, we did the news.
Right.
Then after that, it was like a free-for-all.
Free-for-all.
we just kind of went, and it worked.
It seemed
it
to
worked.
work.
Ron was a great personality. Of course, Rob was a great personality. You remember the Halloween show where he came in dressed as you?
Right.
And I was laughing so hard I had to leave the set.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, that's so funny. We had a lot of antics on AM Northwest
sure did,
as well.
yeah.
You know, I don't know if you remember.
Guys really want. Here's what I'm thinking. Tell me if you guys do.
This is Valentine's Day, Jeff. You and I on AM. Do you remember this?
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Oh, I remember.
We were talking about what guys like, apparently, for Valentine's Day. And this was the power of two. So it's so funny looking back at these things that I haven't seen in so many years, but brings back such great memories.
Oh.
I want to talk about you, though, because you are leaving KOIN.
Yeah.
When's your last day?
Day before Thanksgiving. Wow. And then when's your last day?
December 16th.
Okay.
I know it.
You know.
And I went to Jeff's going away party recently, one of his 20 going away parties.
Yeah.
And we had a great time, a lot of great memories. How do you feel about leaving,
You know, my
Jeff?
two older daughters, they were just little when you and I did this, and now they have kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's how time flies.
I know it. I know it. What are you going to do? Do you know?
Well, once you retire, I reserved a bench in the North Park blocks for us. And I'll announce it now. Every Tuesday, Steve and I will be feeding the pigeons from 11 to 1 and talking about our glory days.
I don't know if I can spare 2 hours. How about 11 to noon would work for me?
Okay, I'll change the time on that.
So, well, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, Jeff, my greatest years in TV news were definitely working with you. I enjoyed it so much. We had really so much fun, but also your guidance through the years to me, because you were here a couple of years before I was.
Yeah.
I know you'd worked in other stations prior to that, but it's such a pleasure having you on here today. I also want to, you remember Bob the Weather Cat, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember Bob the Weather Cat?
Remember Bob the Weather Cat? Every Friday, Bob was dressed up when I would do the forecast, and then I passed that on to the other weather people that came after me.
There's Bob right there.
But Bob's name was really Hank.
You're right.
And Bob Foster, the great photojournalist here at KOIN, would dress the cat up. And when it first told me about this, I went on the air and I couldn't remember Hank's name, but I remember Bob's name. So I said, well, this is Bob the Weather Cat. And it stuck. So the cat's name is actually Hank, but we ended up calling him Bob the Weather Cat. Steve, he became bigger than all of us put together. He was in People magazine.
Yep.
You know, I was on an Alaska flight one time. He's in the Alaska flight. I think this is when I'm describing back then how
Is
how
there
Bob
sound
started.
on this in the booth? Can we hear this? Yeah.
And, Bob
There's
was always
the
one of
great
most
Jim
creative
Bosley.
photographers. He's one of our
Yeah,
editors
this is
now.
you
And,
describing
one day
Bob
we
the
were
Weather
doing
Cat.
weather, and Bob said to me, he said, I've got a great weather shot for you. It's my cat wearing sunglasses. And I said, well, yeah, let's run that. And we ran it, and Bob told me, I said, what's the cat's name? And he said, the cat's name is Hank. But anyone that knows me real well knows I'm not really good with remembering names right off the bat. So we got on the news, and I did the forecast, and I said, I want everyone to take a look at this. This is old, and I couldn't remember the name. But I remember Bob's name because I've worked with him for years. So I said, this is Bob the Weather Cat. I just said
That is so cool. That is Bob Foster, the owner of the cat for the city.
Now, when Bob died,
Yeah.
we did a coin special, and it ended with Bob going to heaven. And I think to this day, it is the highest rated local program. It got like a Super Bowl rating. I mean, people love that cat.
Jeff, do you remember there were a few times, for whatever reason, we couldn't run Bob the Weather Cat.
Yeah.
On its day when it was Fridays, it would run. Couldn't run it, and people would just flood the phone lines.
Yeah.
Where's Bob the Weather Cat? Where's Bob? You know, if you and I were off, nobody cared.
No, but Bob the Weather Cat was off. Well, that was a big deal.
That was a big deal. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Lots more to talk about, including Jeff and I took a helicopter ride. You're going to see. Stick around for that. Coming up. Welcome back to AM Northwest, everybody. Sitting here with my good friend Jeff Gianola, and just kind of going back in time, talking about the great.
Going down memory lane. I just love this, Steve.
It really has. You know, one of the great things I remember, Jeff, is when Jim Bosley would go on vacation.
Yeah.
You and I would fill in doing this program.
Yeah.
Loved it. And so we would have the audience ask us questions, and there were questions that the audience, they got the paper from us, and they knew what they were supposed to ask.
Yeah.
And one of them said, you know, you guys have the helicopter up on the roof, which we did, was Jet Ranger 2 back then. They said, do you guys ever get a chance to ride in the helicopter? So this is video of that. Let's play that.
No, we can't say anything.
I don't say anything.
Oh, I am so jazzed.
Baby. I know.
Okay. No, the driver's side is over here. I get a drive. I get a drive.
I'm driving.
No.
Give me that. You know, ever since we were doggone kids, you had to ring the doorbell.
Steve,
Come
I
on.
get a drive.
Let me in.
I get a drive.
Please, let me in. Flip coin.
Okay.
I'm in.
You're in. But I get a help drive.
Hey, get in.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Steve, you let me in.
This is my chopper.
You let me in there, buddy.
Come on in.
I'm trying to get out of that thing.
That's a sweet ring.
Do you know how to drive a copter?
No. I can't. I played a Nintendo once.
I played Nintendo too, so I think we're all
We
set.
can do it.
Oh man, look at all these buttons and dials, and I think this is the CD player right here.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Does that have FM?
No.
You get the ball game?
No.
Whoa,
Oh man, we better get headsets on.
Let's throw these puppies on. Anyway, I've seen the DJs wear these. This is the morning zoo.
Hello, this is Jet Ranger 2.
Hey, buckle up, dude. This is so sweet up here. Where in the world are we anyway?
I don't know. Oh, we're still on the launch pad.
Oh, we are? Okay. Well, let's get this puppy up in the air. Ready? Let's try this one.
Okay.
That's it. I have no idea what these buttons are, do you? No. All right, let's try this one here. See what happens. Back this way. I wonder what this button right here says.
All right, don't touch that button.
Oh, it says lunch.
Lunch.
Let's hit it. See if we can get a lunch out of this. Oh, it says launch!
Oh, no.
Man, hope we don't get in trouble for that little launch. What do you think?
Hey, Steve, there's one button here. I wonder if we can get someplace faster. It says warp speed.
Give it a shot.
Just like Star Trek. Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
We should have been on Saturday Night Live.
we should have done
What
those
were we
every
doing
day.
doing news? We should have been on Saturday. That was so fun when we did that, and the great editing, I think, by Ken Johnson,
Yep.
who shot and edited
Yep.
that. It really looked like we had stole the helicopter.
That was real. That was so fun, Jeff.
You know what I remember? It wasn't just the news. You did some acting one time when I was here on a soap opera. Can we take a look at
no,
that?
no,
I
no.
remember this.
Hold on a second.
Say, don't you get enough of that trash?
Look, lady, this isn't a library. If you want the magazine, buy it.
Oh. Hey.
So you planning on entering the world of high finance?
Dear.
You're a quarter short. Yeah.
What do you remember? Didn't you have to travel down to L.A. or where?
No, that was in New York.
You went to New York to
went
film?
to New York for that. And you can see why they didn't invite me back. That was the worst acting ever. But it was a show called Loving, and the nicest, sweetest people of all time. And they just said, hey, because we were there actually doing a series on soap operas.
Oh.
And they said, hey, would you like a part? And you got paid per line. In fact, I remember I threw in that at the end there where I said you're a quarter short. That wasn't scripted. I thought, hey, if it's per line, I'm going to throw that one in there. So quarter short,
Smart move. Smart
added.
move. But I remember that. You come back, and that was a big deal.
It was,
That's when more and more people watched soap operas back then. That was a really big deal.
Well, it was big for my mom. I remember that. My mom thought it was a big deal. So that was that was key. But Jeff, so good to see you.
Good to
Absolutely
see you,
great.
Steve.
And let's stay in touch. We'll meet on that bench.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the old times again.
We will. And listen, you're the best. I
Jeff
love
Gianola,
you.
everybody.
Love you like a brother.
Love
You know
too,
that.
buddy.
All right.
Absolutely. Back with more AM Northwest. Junkie Yoshida is coming up. Don't go away for that one. That's going to be fun. Stick around.